I witam was bardzo serdecznie już w ostatnim odcinku Zagramy w for Broadcast. Jak widać, nie lecimy dalej, to ostro. Up and scam. Since you start working with us, Alex, a lot. That's what Dysruptu. The work you've done. Promotion. O, dostajemy awans. Thank you. Okay. Pay rise, o. But you have... Tak uczymy. Okay. Chyba to potężny awans się otrzymało. Czas leci dalej. To odkąd jest czas, kiedy awans przejął władzę 2303. Monday. No. O. Welcome home. Dobra, nie chcę się tego naprawdę czytać, to jest... I don't know. No, szczęście ją posiadać. 2330. 2340 dzień. A ten formę reflection. Jest. Samo osiągnięcie. Family oriented, bo członkowie rodziny mogą umierać i jeszcze raz muszę to wszystkich przeprowadzić, no, że żyją. Tylko no, technicznie nasz ojciec nie żyje, ale to jest pewne. Dobra, robię pauzę. The final. 7 years since the elections.
Alex, good evening. That time again. Best not to focus on the problems and all that. Let's just get started. But just so you know, the problems with your equipment continue unabated.
Terror alert?
Screens flickering on and off, sparks and the like. I'm sure you'll manage without issue. Oh, and don't forget, you've got free reign of the SFX buttons now. Make sure to use them to keep the show lively. Cheers.
Tata sypie. Dźwiękowanie się coś zmieniło i wygląd znowu. W ogólnie kanale pierwszym. Się, kurwa, na One zmienił zamiast Channel One był napis. Co to się stało? Czemu one siedzą na takich sofach? Nightly show. A to już wiadomości nie ma? Jakieś gówniane show? Warto wiedzieć.
Spice it up with some audience responses, Alex.
No, ja teraz mam dostęp ogólny do tego syfu.
Going on tonight. I'm excited. I'd say I'm about a 12, Megan, on the excitement scale. Yeah, exactly. We have got so much SoCo stuff coming up. We sure do. We have celebrity chef
Jordan Rankley.
We'll be announcing the winners of our big competition, Visions of the Future, and we'll be joined by a very a game of Wheel of Proof. And I'll even be showing you how to make your own Leader's Day gift. We've got all of that and so much more tonight on The Nightly Show.
Dobra, to już mogę puszczać po prostu te. Z tym problemu raczej już nie będzie. Widzicie z lewej też.
Right, let's have some applause on the way to the next section.
Okej.
We know you love them, so Robin's going to give us an update on our lovely nightly show pets in Pet Corner.
Splendid, that's the ticket.
Well, Megan, first up we have Cheeks. Now he's a squat winter grey with the scientific name Adipem stultus, and he lives here with us in this cage.
Za cicho było. O.
Hoarding, and they actually have special pouches in their cheeks for storing food.
Te napisy takie zrobione na odpierdziel. Tu stoi szef Gordon Rankley i Patrick Bannon.
But let's just see if we can. Well, the door has been left open. It looks as though Lord Chinks has actually gone for a little wander. But I'm sure he will be around here somewhere. In the meantime, let's say hello to our...
Chyba ta zauważyła tego.
After last month's viewer vote, she is now, of course, called Slow Barbara. And don't panic, even though it is December, Babs here doesn't actually hibernate. Let's say hello. Oh, she's sleeping. Oh, Babs. Oh. Nightly show pets, Megan, both alive and well. Back to you. Thanks, Robin. We'll check in on them.
No cóż, chyba po żółwiu.
Now then, I hope you're hungry, because if not, you're about to be.
To wywala do kosza od razu.
And they're going to be showing us how to make delicious apple
Nie mogę.
It's time to go into the kitchen. That's right, and I'm joined here by Chef Jordan Rankley. Welcome to the Nightly Show kitchen. How does it compare to the kitchens you're used to?
I love the colours. It's vibrant. It's fresh. It's a shame about all the arseholes. Yes?
Sorry?
What?
So, you own 6
To
restaurants.
my teraz wywalają to.
Ballon Masseuse across your career, and you've worked alongside the best chefs in the world. Tonight you've got me. Oh, are you worried?
Am I fucking worried? Are you worried? Are you fucking worried?
Yes. So, what?
Are you fucking worried? No nie mogę.
So, we've got a family over for Leader's Day. They're hungry. We're going to make them a delicious apple pie.
A, Leader's Day. No tak.
It's got sweetness. It's got the acidity
Nie ma już świąt
of that pastry.
takich jakie my znamy, tylko jest Leader's Day, czyli dzień kiedy zmarł Peter Clement.
Filling. So we've got about a kilogram of fresh
Ale
pineapples here.
kult jednostki po prostu.
And we're going to slice these up perfectly. And then straight into the pan.
So, your new show, Demon Kitchen Heart Eater, starts on Friday here on Channel 1. So, tell us about that.
So, teams of young chefs come into my kitchen, and one by one I destroy them emotionally. And if there's time, I teach them some basic knife skills. Fuck me, Patrick. What are you doing?
What?
Shit. Is that how you cut? Fuck, you'll lose a fucking finger.
Don't worry, I've got spares. Right, so once we've done that, we set these aside.
Tam miałeś wszystko przygotowane, to musi ciąć po kolei, nie?
Yeah? Okay. Sugar, butter. We mix that together, and then a whole egg.
No wrzuciła całe,
The size of that fucking egg.
Oh, no, chef.
wrzuciła całe jajco, no nie mogę.
Mix that with a wooden spoon and work in that flour.
Przecież tam są skorupki.
Just like that. Nice ball of dough, just like that.
So, what does the notoriously fierce Jordan Rankley do to unwind?
it, Bez. What's that? What is that?
Well, it's a bit lumpy.
Lumpy? It could fucking pass for a sack of spuds. Touch it. Yeah?
To kamera.
Pathetic. That goes into chill. Now, we're mixing our filling.
Okay.
Apples, sugar, cinnamon.
So,
Ostatnio wino znowu stawiłem, żeby się
across 5 territories.
robiło z ryżu.
Are you mixing that or fucking it? What? Are you going to light a candle? Take it out to dinner? Fucking mix it for fuck's sake. Right, now we're rolling out 2/3 of our pastry
Typowy Gordon Ramsay, naprawdę.
into the dish.
And the filling goes next, right?
Lovely.
Nie ma haka Dysruptu.
Remaining pastry, rolling that into a round, and that goes on the top. Beautiful.
Kurde.
Right. Brush a bit of water around the rim. Beautiful. Now press gently all the way around. And we're cutting 5 slashes very carefully for the steam. And then brushing the whole thing with a beaten egg.
Okay.
Czemu ona wrzuciła skorupkę? No nie mogę.
What do you think?
Oh my god. You, come here, you. That's a disgrace. I'd rather jam my eyeballs up my fucking arse than look at that. I'd rather use my tongue to tie my shoes after the fucking shit-kicking contest, do you understand?
Then it goes in the oven for 45 minutes.
Oh, put your fucking head in the oven while you're at it. Useless. You! Come here, you! You're the worst fucking thing to happen to food since cyanide. Do you know that? I tell you what. Fuck off! Get the fuck out of here! Fuck off!
Oj,
Well, while I do that,
jednego przekleństwa nie złapałem.
to Megan and Robin, who will be announcing the winners of our competition. Visions of the future.
Don't forget the SFX buttons.
No, a co zrobiłem?
Well, that looks delicious. If you want to follow along at home, then make sure you write in with a stamped addressed envelope and we'll send you the fact sheet. So, Robin, look at all these amazing entries to the Vision of the Future competition.
Yes, we challenged you to show us your predictions of the future, and we were just inundated with entries, weren't we, Megan? From wacky inventions to global problem solving, they are all amazing, and we had the best time looking through each one.
It was so tough narrowing it all down, so we have some amazing runners-up. In 3rd place, drum roll please, we have Hamish, who's 3 from Lunwelly. He calls this still life and the future of God, and it really blew us away. Just look at the line work here, and I can really feel every passionate stroke of the brush.
Nie wiem, czy takie... Chyba dziecko musiało to
Beautifully rendered.
malować tak
I
na
thought
szybko.
smiley face, or perhaps a cat. But I think if you really look, you'll see it's actually a representation of the sin and futility of death through the eyes of the living.
Indeed. He's also chosen to just leave a lot of it blank, which I think is really interesting. If you know Hamish and his work, of course, he loves focusing on the negative space rather than the image itself.
Stunning, absolutely stunning, and such talent from one so young, Megan. But next up we have our 2nd place entry. So in 2nd, drum roll please, we have Keith, 41 from Dungleys. Yeah, Keith, we were sort of aiming this towards our younger viewers, but still, he has sent in his idea of the future, which he's calling Ravaged Earth.
Ravaged Earth.
It's really rather detailed notes. Deprived of basic resources, society will resort to a brutal system of weekly battles to the death, where only the victor may breed. He also says at the bottom here, either that or about the same, but maybe a bit worse.
I really love his attention to detail. You can see the sort of gladiatorial arena, and then what I can only assume is Keith himself pulling off this chap's head and shouting, "Come back to me, Linda!" Oh, Keith, Maybe if you spent more time outdoors and less time entering children's competitions, she might not have left.
Special one there. And finally, of course, it's time to reveal our winner. All our runners-up will receive a day out at an inflatable happy land on an industrial estate just off the A40. Sorry about that, Keith. But our lucky winner will win the chance to spend the day at the Department of Change to see how our teammates...
Department of Change. Co się w tym kraju porobiło? Jak będziemy w haka, to nie będę tego gówna pokazywał.
I didn't like him much. I thought his man of the people act
Mówię o Peterze Klemencie teraz.
an act. But in the 6 years since he's been gone, I've started to wonder if he was the only thing keeping the brakes on the team. And I'm wondering if Julia Salisbury realizes that when she reflects on his passing. Or worse, that she knew all along. Because then, of course, it's not reflection.
getting involved in the party, aren't they? This one seems to have gone a bit haywire in what I can only assume is an ominous sign of things to come. Lovely, Lola.
Well, if our winners have inspired you to make some artwork of your own, do keep sending them in, and yours could be displayed in our gallery here.
Well done again to everyone who took part. We're going to take a break.
Reklama.
When we come back, we'll be playing the Wheel of Truth and making some lovely homemade gifts. Don't go away. We'll be back after this.
Right. From what I can tell, the vision mix is getting even worse for wear, Alex. I expect things will be more challenging in this next segment, so be careful. Don't take any unnecessary risks.
Okay.
Putting out actually matters anymore.
I'm on the bus. Not tonight. I'll get cars arranged for you both. Find me when you're done and I'll take you out through this loading bay.
They think they can infiltrate us.
B dostałem, super.
Bonds of family, friendship and community.
But we see them, moving among us, clear as day, sowing division, undermining our lives and threatening our achievements.
They use freedom of speech to justify their discriminations.
Freedom of speech.
They use tradition and history to justify their need to oppress.
They want more than their fair share.
They put themselves before the team.
In a disrupt world, they would decide what women do with their bodies.
They would decide what kinds of relationships are natural,
They would exploit the vulnerable for personal gain.
and they would eradicate betterment in exchange for a noose.
They see themselves and their narrow view of life as the defined.
It's playing havoc with the sound.
It's bad out there. We're being stretched again.
I have to use a high pass filter.
It's a revolution, Colin.
Well, can you ask them to keep it down a bit?
To enrich, empower, and protect their
Jenny,
horde.
Jenny,
Carry
where's
the
Glenn?
backs of the
Can we get him out
world
here? I'm not sure about this
of the different.
grandma one.
Oh, he's writing with our other guest at the moment.
I just wouldn't say grandma.
But we are a team.
Yes, grandmother's arsehole. It's much better.
Ja se szykuję jakieś tam dodatki.
Apparently there's been some sort of disturbance near the studio. Now I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, but I wanted to let you know that I've asked for extra security and they're already on their way.
Robi się niebezpiecznie. Może niedługo ktoś tu przyjdzie do nas.
4, 3.
A bit more audience reaction would be nice, Alex.
We were just saying we can't wait to taste Patrick's pie.
Oh, I don't know, I think I could wait.
Well, here it is, fresh out the oven.
Wow.
Amazing. Jordan, how did our Patrick do?
Well, let's just say that pie's got more crust than my grandmother's arsehole.
Ale teraz przygotowała.
Well, come on, try it. Dig in. Okay. Whew.
Ja się wstrzymuje, widać.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lord.
And a little glass of comfort for Robert, I think.
But now you better go and get ready for that next feature. Every night we play a game of Wheel of Truth with our celebrity guests. But I know what you're thinking. Megan, we've only got one celeb guest. Well observed, viewers, well observed. Well then, I better bring
Kto tam będzie gościem?
State of the nation.
What do you think?
And one for me.
Best-selling author, lawyer,
Chłopak tam chleje teraz.
the blooming team leader. It's Julia Salisbury.
Oh, Julia Salisbury.
Oh, Megan, you look incredible.
Stop it, I was just about to say the same thing. Now, don't get too comfortable. It's time to head over to Robin and Patrick as we play Real of Truth.
That's right, it's that part of the show where we pit our celebs against each other to see if we can break them.
That's right, Robin. They're gonna spin the wheel to pick a round, and it could be anything from box of flies to slap my face. They really have no idea
Lovely.
what's in store.
So, up first,
Ktoś pijany siedzi.
here we go.
Jordan Rankley pierwszy zakręcił.
Okay, let's see what you've landed on. Okay, it's fact or fib. Jordan, is it true that you've been known to order takeaway for a dinner party and pass it off as your own cooking?
It's one fucking time. One time.
Well, I think if that pie was anything to go by, you did them a favour.
Oh, not so fast there, Julia. Fact or fib? We've heard you've got a very interesting way of saving time during the laundry.
Oh my god!
Go on, why don't you tell us about it?
You absolutely no, I can't.
Cringe.
Once, we fought and died for the right to an informed choice. We had journalists we could trust, so we made decisions for the common good. Then we took it for granted. And now we have bread and circuses. So eat your sandwiches and enjoy your clowns while you can.
Honestly, raise my taxes. We're clearly not paying you enough.
Come to my dressing room after the show. We'll sort you out.
Oh, he's blushing, Patrick. Is all this talk of bras embarrassing you?
I mean, I'm not blushing.
Cringe. Więcej nie mogę powiedzieć. Po prostu... Julia zakręciła teraz.
Okay, here we go. Oh, it's guess that face. I'm going to show you a picture, and you simply have to guess that face. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Julia. Oh, who's that?
Oh my god!
Is that you?
Yes! Look, it was a very difficult time fashion-wise.
That hairdo is fucking hilarious.
No, don't. I think it's sweet.
The mullet is as popular now as it's ever been.
Oh, well, don't get too ahead of yourself there. Jordan. Who
Oh.
is this? Does that look familiar at all?
Nie, czy nie specjalnie chyba dali swoje zdjęcia z młodości pod nagrywania tego.
You look like I'm haunting the fucking place.
Right. We've got to move on. Jordan, let's have another spin. It's my go,
You
Patrick.
go on. Sorry, I'm so keen. Let's go so much.
Oh, well, you're in for a treat.
Yeah.
It's fact or fish. Okay, if you look under your podiums, you will find a lovely fish smoothie.
O Boże.
Now, I'm going to ask you both a question, and all you have to do is answer it honestly, or else you'll have to drink the smoothie. Okay?
Okay.
Are you ready for the question? Yes. Here we go. Which of your esteemed hosts is the more talented one? Oh, what a cop-out.
How is it?
Fucking nutrient.
Oh, we made it extra fishy.
I need my fucking mouth. Do you know how much these taste buds are worth?
Well, we've got time for one more quick spin, so go, Julia, go!
Cringe.
Okay, so, Julia, take a look in that box under your desk there.
O, żeglować umie. Więc się specjalnie uczyła przed nagrywaniami żonglować, czy umie już wcześniej ta aktorka? To jest...
My God, wasn't that fun? Okay.
That hit the spot.
But now it's time to head over to Megan in Crafty Corner.
Has the audience gone to sleep? Remember the S-Effect buttons.
Join me in Crafty Corner, where today I'm going to be ably assisted by Julia. Come on over here. Goodness me, I don't know how you're keeping your dinner down. I can still smell that fish.
Well, to be honest, I've had worse. I used to eat at Peter Clement's house.
Oh, well, I hope you've got your artsy hat on because today we're going to be making something very close to my heart. It's our little studio. Look at that. Isn't it adorable? All of us there on the sofa.
Wow.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Donaldson nie wytrzymałby raczej w takim show.
Get a little zoom in. There we are. Oh, I don't know about you, Julia, but I always leave my holiday shopping to the last minute.
Oh, every year. I do it every year.
Well, luckily these make amazing gifts. Shall we get cracking?
Oh, well, not much left in the bottle. Pity not to...
Box here. And Julia, that's it. Grab those scissors. I just want you to get rid of this front panel here.
Perfect. Will do.
Are you big celebrators in your house, Julia?
Yes, no, in my house we show our love through food, like big dinners, loads of drink.
Absolutely right. That's the best bit about any holiday. It's all that food.
This bit as well.
Absolutely
Przecież
right.
źle ona musiała to
Do be careful with the scissors.
na speedrunie ciąć, żeby zmieścić się w czasie, nie?
There we go. Fabulous. Okay, so it's going to look a little something like this, and I've got one here I made earlier. We painted it with a bit of poster paint, white to match our lovely curtains here in the studio, but you can obviously have whichever backdrop you like.
Like a nice shiny gold number.
Well, exactly right. So we're going to make bits of our set now to put in the studio, perhaps a little desk. So I'm just going to grab this piece of card. I've just got it from a little cereal box packet. I think you... I'll give you this one, Julia. Shall I?
Thank you
There
so
you go.
much.
And all you need to do is cut along the
Lovely.
lines there. Fabulous. So what's the best part of any Leaders' Day dinner, do you reckon?
I don't even have to think about it. Really? I love the three potato pie.
Free potato pie, I don't know that one.
You know, with the chips covered in the mash or wrapped up in a jacket potato. Is that just me that does that?
I don't know, but that sounds starchy. Well done, Julia. So now she's folding over a little bit there. What it's going to look like at the end is this little rectangular shape there. And we're going to pop it in the middle. Bit of sticky tape on the back there so it sticks down. Now we need a sofa. That's what we need next. We're going to make that out of a lovely paper cup.
Knocking everything over.
Knocking it all over.
I got one though, Megan.
Good, fantastic.
And clickety-click.
Along the line here, down the middle. Exactly right.
Nie tnie ostro, niech tnie tam
And
kubek.
again, around the top. Well done. When you're done,
Oh, there we go.
it's going to look a little something like this. And look what I've done there. I've stuck some felt down. Nice and comfortable sofas.
Yes, can't have our tiny Megan having an uncomfortable sofa, can
Well,
we?
absolutely not.
She'll be on the phone to her tiny agent and getting someone tiny fired.
Yeah. Well, there's only one thing missing, isn't there, Julia? What is that?
A higher caliber of guests.
Nearly. It's people. So all we've done to make our little people is we've stuck a cocktail stick into a bottle cap. We just need a face for that now. I've got a good one here. I know it well. It's me. I'm going to stick it down there. A little bit of sticky tape. Oh, my felt's going everywhere. There we go. Oh, I'm a bit lonely. Let's take Robin and Patrick over. Sitting down on the couch over there.
There you go. And well, I'll make myself just comfortable, just there.
And these, of course, are all made and cut out of our favourite newspapers or magazines. So you can have any guests you like. Julia, is there anyone else you'd like in a studio?
Oh yes, well, I'm going to be playing Wheel of Truth with Ronnie from Heatrash. Yes, put that away. Yes, he's going to be teaching me choreography, and I'll be teaching him foreign policy.
And of course, you can decorate them however you want.
Roni z tego hitrasza.
Nostalgic for the old look of our studio. We've got the blue studio down there, or even a bit of retro red. I've got
O, Donaldson?
being interviewed there by sorry, that's not supposed to be.
Oh, mama, that's crazy. Oh, bloody hell, is this still on?
It's time for a break. When we come back, I'll be on the couch of chat talking to some of you, and I just cannot wait. We'll be back after these messages.
Why do we bother, Alex? What's the point? It's not like this is even close to journalism anymore. How did I let it get this far?
Starting off here in Territory 1, make sure you
Informacje pogodowe.
5 or 6 degrees. But as we head towards Leaders' Day later in the week, there's a 100% chance of festivity.
Shouldn't we be worried? We've got the Prime Minister here.
It's good that she's here. She's the reason for the extra security.
Are we going to need it?
Possibly. They're back.
It's not very reassuring.
I know. Good thing I'm not your mum, right?
O, a chyba zauważyłem, że tam Donaldson był, trochę się tym spodobało. Można zobaczyć, jak ten kraj wygląda. Terytorium 2 wygląda jak Francja, Portugalia i Hiszpania, nie?
Though we're sure the happy parents of the 12 new children in Territory 3 will be thanking their lucky stars for an excuse to stay home.
No mała ilość, bo...
Nothing to do with stars, more of a hot air cold.
Nie będę spoilerował, ze wszystkiego dowiecie.
Next, this front of warm smiles heads across both at the same time, Colin.
That is not a thing.
Catholicism runs my family. The Sprongs are huge in circuses and casino and brothels.
Oh, crikey.
Everybody okay in here?
Yeah, we would be if you stopped asking us questions like that.
We're expecting troublemakers, but nothing serious. You might hear some noises, but it's nothing to be concerned about. The services know what they're doing.
So, nobody freak out when the shooting starts, okay?
Też mam mikrofon podpięty.
Sorry.
Thank you, Jenny. Tits and teeth, armed and ready.
10 seconds, everybody. Best in the business, cheers. In 5, 4, 3.
Od Megan.
Welcome back to the nightly show where it's time for the Prime Minister to face the toughest critics in the territories. You lot out there.
Call us on the usual numbers with your questions for the Prime Minister.
First
Ja źle trzymam.
Humphrey from Hamble Bamblebury.
Lovely place. I'm hoping to retire there.
Oh, good choice.
Are you there, Humphrey? Are you there, Humphrey?
O,
Hello, Humphrey.
linia się zerwała.
Lost Humphrey. We'll try and get him back, but let's go to another call in the meantime. Who've we got next, Patrick?
Next up, we've got Mandy from Arsminster. Oh, I don't think I'll be retiring there.
Hi, Mandy. You're through to the Prime Minister. What's your question?
O, też chyba linia zerwana.
Hello? Hello? Mandy? Mandy? What's going on, Jenny?
We try not to talk to the crew.
Jenny?
The lines are down.
Oh, well, call down to maintenance and get...
We can't. All the lines
are
down. Well, apologies to our viewers at home. We seem to have a few technical
No cóż.
making mischief behind the scenes. So while we're getting
Podeszła
back
tam
up and
Sara.
running, Patrick has a couple of questions that were sent in by our viewers earlier this week.
Oh, yes. yes, no, of course I do. Well, our first question is from Trisha.
Wymyśla na szybko coś. Kamera Avenue.
Camera Avenue. And what she really wants to know.
O,
Lock the fucking
o.
You, you're Jenny, aren't
Oj.
you? Come here. You, you're Jenny.
Chyba sweara nie zcenzurowałem.
Hurt anyone if we don't have to. All I want you to do is
Alan James się wbił do studia
stand.
z bronią.
Just do your job and everything will be all right, okay? Just do your job and everything will be all right.
Don't be afraid, Jenny.
You two, on your knees over there. You two, on your knees over there.
No,
This is the famous couch of chat.
taki terrorysta.
Answer questions at gunpoint, Mr. James.
You're not at gunpoint, Prime Minister. You're not at gunpoint. They are.
Nevertheless, if you think I'm going to answer to you, then I'm
Oh,
afraid
you don't
you're
have to answer to me, Julia. Are the doors locked and sealed?
Yes, sir. No one's getting around.
Good. 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 All clear.
Good. Thank you.
O, Jeremy Donaldson wrócił. No w końcu go odbili przecież. Są przyjaciele, przecież dobrze.
Hello, you.
No, coś mnie spadło.
Why didn't you make contact?
We've only put you in their crosshairs. I'm sorry.
Rotten, selfish bastard.
Yes. Keep the show going for us.
Of course.
Let them go, Alan. There'll be no killing tonight. There'll be no killing tonight.
Hello. Sorry, I don't think we've met. I'm Patrick Bannon.
Is that what you're telling yourself, is it? Is that what you're telling yourself, is it?
No. To on akurat wie, nie? O co chodzi. Wszyscy wiedzą w sumie, ale...
Sorry for barging in. Hate what you've done with the place.
Me too. Would you like your spot?
It's yours now. You wear it well. It's yours now. So, let's talk, shall we?
Armed security are on their way, Mr. Donaldson. I know you know that.
Well, we'd best make use of the time we have then, eh?
Well, I'll leave you to it then.
No.
Well, I'll leave you to it then.
I think you should stay too.
For safety?
I think you should stay too. For balance.
Dla balansu politycznego.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Let's welcome back the National Nightly News. Tonight I'm joined by probably the two most influential people in the country, if not the continent. So let's see if we can't kick over a few rocks and see what's lurking underneath. Prime Minister, if I could turn to you first.
I have nothing to hide.
Except that which is already hidden. Prime Minister, what is norethindrone?
O.
I beg your pardon?
Norethindrone. It's used in birth control, among other things. If you haven't heard of that, perhaps you could enlighten us in regards to Agrobacterium tumefaciens.
O.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, Mr. Donaldson.
Well, that suggests a lack of attention to detail, Prime Minister. It's a bacterium used in the genetic modification of an organism. And I found traces of both these substances in every single one of the menu centre food boxes that I've had analysed. From across the territories, if you're wondering.
What exactly are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything, Prime Minister. I'm just pointing out the facts.
Oh my god.
No.
Is that why Kate and
Już wiadomo, czemu wszyscy nie mogą mieć dzieci.
before Stacey, we tried so many times.
Prime Minister, is there something wrong with the food? Is there something wrong with the food?
Już wiadomo czemu. No. Wszyscy są sterylizowani. Praktycznie.
You want the truth? You think it'll help your viewers sleep at night? Well, here it is. 6 years ago, when we came to power, we had access to the real facts and figures. And they told us we were doomed. The population was expanding at an unsustainable rate. Within 50 years, we would be out of natural resources. We would war over fuel, and then inevitably food and clean water. It was no exaggeration to say that we were facing extinction. It was supposed to be opt-out contraception, an end to unwanted children, a chance to rebalance. But something went wrong in the testing phase. Nature took over. I never wanted this.
So you covered it up and blame the sterility on the bombs.
Oh, please don't lecture me on my
Nie będę pomarańczowych cenzurował.
dirty for that.
Disrupt only did what had to be done.
Disrupt are not the answer. You'll just take us to an even more extreme version of where we were before. Your miserable policies will kill us all.
I'm not the one who built the transition centres.
No, you're from a time where people didn't even have the basic right to choose how and when to die.
You turned children against their parents.
We enabled young people to speak up about the abuse that they were facing. And guess what? Most of that abuse came from within their own families.
Identity cards!
sterilised us against our will.
I built a sustainable
That's
future.
too much. That's not for you to choose. That's not for you to choose.
No, jest grubo.
Then who would choose it for themselves?
And isn't that at the heart of all this? You don't trust us to choose. You think you know best, you know what's good for us, and if we disagree with you, then you'll send us to betterment. That's why there's no news anymore, because there's no choice, so there's no point.
There should be elections.
Elections have been suspended.
Time to unsuspend them then. If you want to carry on, you'll need a mandate. We have people ready to stand against you in every territory.
So, let's turn to you, Mr. James.
Yes. I want to assure the public that though Disrupt are occasionally forced to violent means, we are not by nature a violent
Jenny?
organisation.
Aha.
Jeremy?
Could you have this queued up for us, please?
Of course, Jeremy. It'd be a pleasure.
Is that from Disrupt leadership?
In a way. Mr. James, before you launch into your rather premature election campaign, I think it'd be useful for the viewers at home if you were to also answer a
Puszczę to nagranie, co tam dał.
When we come to power, one of the first things we'll do is restore a free press. The truth is very important. No more hidden secrets.
If you say so. From whom do you take your orders, by the way?
I beg your pardon?
Well, you're Disrupt's spokesman, but for whom do you speak?
You know I can't tell you. It's too dangerous for me to say.
I don't share those concerns. You see, I've met with them almost 5 years ago now, back when I was a news anchor. And I also met with them a week ago to discuss tonight's activities. I think they wanted to check that I'd stick to the script, which really shows how little they know me. So this time, I wore a hidden camera.
Aha.
To see a little of what we discussed.
No, you can't. She'll have them arrested. They'll be dead by morning.
Not an unfair assessment.
Fortunately, it's not up to me. It's up to Alex in the broadcast room. What screen, Jenny?
Screen 4.
No, you can't. My people will stop you. Cut the power to your machines.
Well, I would imagine mine will be doing their level best to ensure that Mr. Donaldson's footage gets the airing it deserves. After all, my security forces will be here soon, and I imagine this will end very badly for all of you.
Queued up and ready.
Thank you, Jenny. Alex, showing this will have consequences. For someone not showing it. It's up to you.
Alex, you got us this far. Please don't fall at the last hurdle.
Oh damn, glad I'm not making this choice.
All our good work, all the years of
Czas przeleciał, nie? Transmisji.
You'd make it all for nothing. Please, don't play that footage.
Puszczamy ją, tak czy owak.
And you're absolutely certain in your research?
It's unpalatable but true. Advanced.
Zresztą ekrany były specjalnie, żeby no... Bo oni dwie różne sceny musieli kręcić w końcu.
Mr. James is surprisingly efficient rabble. The peasants respond to his more
O, to jest Iwan Wodowicz.
We did not risk our operatives' lives to rescue you out of altruism.
And afterwards? Once all this is out in the open?
We anticipate considerable unrest, possibly riots.
Followed, of course, in the restoration of democratic elections, under our control, of course.
Nature abhors a vacuum. You, Mr. Donaldson, will create that vacuum, and we should be there to fill it.
That will take considerable resources. From what I understand, Advance took your wealth.
The visible billions, yes.
Some markets still prosper.
There will always be addicts.
And those with carnal desires for livestock of all ages. A lucrative business indeed.
And then there are the foreign powers, outside the territories. Those who fear to follow the fate of my glorious Erkistan. For them, no price is too high.
Folks like us are always well-resourced. You need have no concern about that. We have the required funds to fight and to win.
And once the fight is done, to make sure this avarice is never seen again, return to the natural order of things. The wheat rises to the top and the chaff is burned away. No more living side by side with ill-educated savages. Let the plebs pile up in the ghettos.
Yeah.
Strict order, end to ungodly acts. Everyone back in their place.
Na pewno ilość oglądających w tym momencie wywala poza skalę.
Damoclean sword as it dangles above his head.
No, he was an ignorant bull. He sees only the red cape in front of him.
And so it is with the low orders. They are lost in this new world.
They will gladly walk back to Old One, and they will be ours again, as it should be.
Rather.
You set me up.
No, Alan, you did that to yourself.
Now do you understand what you're doing?
Do you understand why we have to?
Pathetic. Neither of you recognises your own reflection.
How long, Jenny?
Not long, I imagine. For any of you.
Security are outside. They've been here for 5 minutes, but they're not doing anything. Turns out there's a lot of them who wanted children. We're already a few minutes over, Megan, but with ratings like this, Bozeman's no fool.
Do you want to take us out?
It should be you.
It should be both of us. You stay.
Before we go tonight,
One final thought.
there's so much to digest here. What's happened tonight in this political circus.
The tent is collapsing and the ringmasters have lost their glitter.
There will be elections. Soon, I'd imagine. You'll be able to choose.
These two will run. A choice between a shit sandwich and a cold cup of soup. A circus of horrors.
Two extremes, both offering their own form of misery.
You can choose advance and be equal,
In cages, like performing lions.
or disrupt and be free.
To struggle and starve.
Or you can do something different. You can run. You can stand. You can stop promoting the way things are and change it.
You're good people, and you are sensible people. You know the difference between right and wrong.
So stop whinging and do something. Take responsibility, because if you don't, it'll all be left to these clowns.
Króciutka z tymi ludźmi.
My name's Jeremy Dawson.
And I'm Megan Wolf.
Have a transformative night.
And then make tomorrow better.
And we're out. You're done. This program, this channel.
No, Julia, not them. We're done. They got us both.
Your security team say they'll escort you when you're ready. We can call you a taxi, Alan.
Where would I go?
Wherever you want.
Am I under arrest?
You know you've made that impossible, Mr. Donaldson.
No cóż, Donaldson już nie zostanie aresztowany.
Child sex traffickers and wannabe dictators. The natural enemies of the reporter.
We should go and see Bozeman. We'll do it together.
Yes. And then we'll burn this set.
Tak oto skończyło się Not Broadcast. Tylko jeszcze jedna rzecz nas czeka, tylko muszę poczekać, żeby przeminąć te napisy. W pewnym momencie dopiero będę mógł to zrobić. No tak, to jest wszystko. Mi się bardzo dobrze w tę gierkę gra. Może zrobię część drugą, może w innych czasach tym razem. Bardziej nowoczesne niż lata tam 80 czy tam 90 to były. Może nie będzie części drugiej. Może wydadzą jakieś dodatki jeszcze do tej gry, które byłyby mile widziane. No. Więc no. A mogę pominąć jeszcze epilog na sam koniec, więc już przeczekam to ładowanie. No a tak to no... Polecam gierkę do grania samemu i odkryciu wszystkich, że tak powiem, zakończeń. No wgraj.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Dawson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
The vote's in, and it's a decisive win for Accord. The new centralist party snatched victory from under the noses of the mainstream parties.
Incoming Prime Minister Fatima Chowdhury called Accord's win proof that the major parties had lost the trust of the nation and signalled the end of extremist politics.
Neither Advance nor Disrupt, who failed to garner even 10% of the vote between them, have released a statement.
Later, we'll be looking in detail at the election results across the nation before Jeremy brings us a report on the recent unrest in Valdez.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Jak widać, trochę tych epilogów ja już porobiłem. Nie będę wam ich wszystkich pokazywał. No, nie ma po prostu tego sensu, bo i tak będę, jak powiem... No, zawiesiło się. Sam jeszcze muszę parę zrobić, a to byłoby na tyle w tym odcinku. Do zobaczenia w przyszłych seriach. Cześć.